Sports have been a part of human civilization since the beginning of mankind. They were created for the purpose of competition and entertainment. And what better way to do this than having an 11 on 11 smash mouth game, which they call football. It was originated from rugby and was created in 1867 by Princeton University. The first intercollegiate game was played in 1869 between Rutgers and Princeton. Later, in 1880, Walter Camp changed the rules of the game to make it more like it is now. He is now referred to as the father of American football. 15 years later, the first professional game was played, and in 1920, the NFL was created. At this time, baseball was the nation's most popular sport, while football was just starting up. Football has come a long way since then, so now I'll show you the differences between football in the past and in the present. Touchdowns were worth 4 points until 1898 and 5 until 1912, when they then became worth 6 points. Field goals were worth 5 points until 1904, when they were worth 4 points, and in 1909 they became worth 3 points. In 1906, the forward pass became legal, separating the sport more from its ancestor rugby. And in 1933, the NFL adopted its own rules, making it different from those in college football, including having the goalpost on the goal line. In 1941, an official NFL record manual was published. However, there were few rules protecting the safety of the players. This drastically changed over time. There are now penalties for roughing the passer, helmet-to-helmet contact, and late hits. These rules have allowed for higher scoring offenses because of the limited area a defender can target. Players are forced to avoid tackling the upper body, which is why there are a lot more leg and knee injuries now. There have also been rules to make the game more entertaining, such as speeding up the game by way of the 30-second play clock and instigating rules to encourage more passing and finesse.
Still not in, and now in for the touchdown, no flag.
Back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, football plays were very simple. They were just usually everybody goes to one side or the other. They called it student body left and student body right. As time went on, quarterbacks started passing the ball more, but mainly as a way of keeping the defense off guard. Still, the running game was the first priority. This all changed when the receivers and quarterbacks became more talented and rules were created to protect their safety. Now, receivers are open a lot more than they used to be because of the limited contact that defenders can have with them. This has helped make the league into a passing-oriented game. Also, plays, formations, and schemes have become exponentially more complex than they once were in order to adapt to the ever-changing league. While quarterbacks in the late 1900s and early 2000s were mainly pocket passers, a new trend of short, speedy, improv quarterbacks is developing.
And heaves it deep. Oh my gosh! Can you say magic?
Although the NFL was started in 1920, it quickly became popular in America by the 1950s. At this time, baseball was still America's game, with idols such as Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio. However, on January 12, 1969, at the Orange Bowl in Miami, that all changed. It was the New York Jets versus the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III. Joe Namath versus Johnny Unitas. Namath made a promise of victory before the game and fulfilled it in a 16-7 victory for the Jets. This game drastically changed people's perception of football because of its pregame anticipation and its excitement. Soon after, football surpassed baseball as America's favorite sport. Football now is by far the most popular sport in America, mainly because the game has become more condensed and unpredictable, just like this play. Also, the NFL's short 16-game regular season and college football's 12-game regular season make each game matter so much more than a single game in the MLB's 162-game season. Because the NFL has become more and more of a passing league, it has become more appealing for fans to watch. With many games every week on TV, fans are given access to follow teams away from their home. something that used to be very difficult. Football has definitely evolved over time, from a sport with little meaning or purpose to a game so complex and unpredictable it has become an art. As many people used to be inspired to become professional baseball players, more and more people are now motivated by the idols in the NFL, driving them to be the same. Just like in society, where things keep on changing, in the NFL, new records are being broken every season, and new plays and coverages are being created in order to keep up with the competition. Although the change from football in the past to what football is now has been beneficial to the sport, we can still keep the great memories of the past with us.